Sup, folks? Everybody, welcome everybody. I'm back again. Have to apologize about yesterday. Yesterday was my birthday, and I didn't want to be here doing this. Today is different because I've been doing this every day since I started almost 2 months ago now. So now it's another month. Once again, another day. I'm trying not to miss no more days if I can help it. Sometimes I may have to miss a day. I may have to miss a day sometimes. Sometimes I do, sometimes I might not, but we'll see. But for the most part, welcome everybody. This is FRiSCO FiASCO in association with Grounds Radio, Delaware Matters, Delaware Cares. Delaware is the first state. Brunch break crew in effect with Dr. Lee, who's not here. Dr. Lee is having some personal problems, some personal issues, as he always is, poor guy. But he's gonna work it out. He's gonna work it out. That's my boy. I'm not gonna leave him in the dust. But at the same time, we got a show we trying to run, and I told him recently, if you can't get with me when when we need to go on at the same time, to just go ahead. You got Delaware Matters, Delaware Matters brunch break crew in Delaware, where I created all of that. I'm up north. I'm up north, or further up in north, because Delaware is north too. I'm up north too, but in New York. So I got brunch break crew New York, and he got brunch break crew Wilmington, Delaware, the 302, and South Bronx, New York, the 212. And we're just doing it. And I'm trying to find ways to go viral where I can stream and we could get some money, because it ain't no secret. That's what we need. That's what we need. And there's a lot of guys doing this shit. Back in my days when I was trying to get record deals, no people with plugs and hookups and tags didn't want to give me no love. Yeah, well, now I found something else that is main, and this shit here, and I'm trying to get tagged. This is totally different from cutting records. So this is my vein, my lane. I'm trying to get in if I can. Otherwise, look, I'm trying, because I'm not about to get no 9 to 5 if I can help it. If I can help it, I'm not out here to get no 9 to 5. I'm trying to do this and get money doing it if I can, because once again, I'm a musician and a songwriter. I spent many years of my life trying to get in the music industry, and I hung out with niggas that was on, and nobody didn't do a fucking thing for me. And I watched some people die that didn't do a damn thing for me. Some people that are still living act like I didn't exist then, but kept me around because we cool, and still act like now that we all in our 60s and middle, late 50s, still want to act like and treat me like, yeah, I got you. One of those, so long as I owe you, you'll never go broke. That's the mentality that people have been giving me for a very long time, and I'm tired. So this streaming thing seems fun. This streaming thing makes money faster than record deals ever could. This can be record deal money. This can make $1 million, 2, 3, 4, 5, and possibly even more. And it's easier to get sponsorship, commercial sponsorship, doing this shit, as opposed to trying to get sponsorship when people was cutting records. So I'm in this to see what it do. I already, well, I know what it does. I'm in it to see what it do for me, because I got everything it takes to be a part of the realm of this world, and I'm still trying to do my homework every day. I'm looking at all of these crazy podcasts, all these crazy streamers and influencers. I like Dean and Adrian Broner a lot. I like them. I like there's 2 or 3 versions of Pop the Balloon. I like all 3 of those. I like Cam and Mace. That kid Deshay, Deshay, he's cool. I like his podcast. DDG is cool. Yes, a lot of them out there. I like Joe Budden. And I like Queen's Flip. When Flip's not on Budden's show and Flip is out by himself doing his thing, I like him too. Several podcasters and live streaming influencers I like. I'm trying to find my place. Oh yeah, that's right. And most of all, Corey Holcomb. I call him Crybaby Holcomb. Always acting like the victim, but still, I like him because he talks a lot of shit that is true, and he talks a lot of shit that proves itself. So especially when it comes to not always relationships, but other things pertaining people in general. Why certain men is like this, why certain women is like that. Everything isn't always, because Corey specializes in relationships and women being obedient to him, ruling with an iron fist. I'm the man type of. He's one of those. All of his episodes is not like that. He talks a lot of that stuff, but at the same time, he talks a lot of other individual things pertaining a man, a woman, couples, and then the funny stories of things that happened to him that he's going through. I think the funny shit now is the shit with his phone being stolen. That's a funny story as well within itself. But anyway, shout outs to the 5150 show. Everybody that I follow, I'm in here doing my homework because I'm trying to find my lane and put my lane in there. And I really, when I do this, I don't want to do it without Doctor because that's my partner. I made him my peoples. But if I had to leave him to pursue this shit by myself, I would, because Doctor's funny by himself. He really don't need me. And I know I definitely don't need him. But because we started this shit together, I'd like to think that we can get this money together and try to make and create our own platform. That's all I'm saying. Otherwise, time now is 8:25. I'm going to try to hang out here until about 9 because my new rule is 9 o'clock. Half an hour or 15 minutes. If I'm not feeling it, I'm out in 15 minutes. If I'm feeling it, I'm here for a half an hour. I'm not doing any more hour, half hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm not doing that anymore. Now, I explained this before. I'm gonna explain it again. I got my new iPhone. I got my new iPhone 15. It's brand new and it is unlocked. It's just never been used and no one ever bought it. So I got it from T-Mobile. They packaged it beautifully, brand new phone. I'm going to use that for Kick. Right now, I'm brought to you by YouTube and Facebook and YouTube. I got a Kick account, the KICK, the one that Dean and Adrian is on, and Deshay, Frost, and one of those Pop the Balloon shows, because there's 3 different versions of Pop the Balloon. They're all on Kick, KICK, that pays well. And that's where I want to go. I want to go with where it pays well, and it's Kick. So I created my Kick account on my phone. When I go outside, um, hopefully when Jay-Z does Yankee Stadium, I'm going to do my first live outside Yankee Stadium. I'm not going inside, and I'm not paying to go inside either, because the real action is going to be the fan base and intertwining with people on the outside. I like tailgate parties. That's what I do. I've been to concerts where I would go inside and I'm like, okay, the music's playing, the band is live, the artist is singing, fans going crazy in their seats. I get tired of that. I got tired of that quick years ago. So I'm like, you know what? Tailgate parties is cool. When you can't get inside the football game or you can't get inside the basketball game, you roll up in the car with family and friends, or family or friends. You pull out the mobile grill, and you grill from the back of your truck or from the back of the hood of your car, or whatever. You play music, and everybody's around you doing the same thing, but outside the front of the stadium. So who's ever playing, like every time the Yankees play, every time the New York Yankees play, because I don't live far from Yankee Stadium at all. Every time the Yankees play, the real party is the tailgate parties. The people get these parking spots outside the stadium, park, and pull out a grill, all the liquor they can drink, whatever, smoking, hookah, smoking, getting high, drunk, whatever, while the Yankees is on the inside playing. And then somebody got a tablet or their phone on a speaker, on a USB digital speaker, keeping you posted on the game while they're outside. You see, and the cool thing about a tailgate party, no matter if you root with the Yankees or against the Yankees, you get to leave before anybody. Like at a tailgate party, you don't have to stay till the end. A lot of people that park their cars legitimately, get out of their car, go in the stadium, hang out for 9 innings and sometimes 10, 11, and 12, depending, because some baseball games be going on for 2 or 3 hours. That's the truth. You got to deal with all that traffic when you decide to leave. I ain't having it. I like the tailgate parties. Tailgate party people, Yankees could be winning or losing. If you think they're gonna win and it's the bottom of the seventh, all you gotta do is leave. But if they're losing and you get curious, you wait till about like the eighth or the bottom of the eighth, maybe the ninth. But when you see people walking toward their cars, that's when you know, yeah, look, it's time for us to pack this grill up, put all this shit away, and head out now before traffic gets retarded. Because traffic at Yankee Stadium always get retarded. So tailgate parties, that's what I like to do. But me, fuck all y'all. I'll be jumping on the bus. Bus straight to my fucking house. Fuck that. Yeah. So I got my iPhone, and I'm going to be using my iPhone for Kick. Right now, I'm speaking to you guys through YouTube and Facebook. And I'm happy to be here. Once again, time now is 8:30 exact. Shout outs to whoever ain't here. Mike Super, my nigga. Rita, my girl that I love to death. Femi, that always hit me up. Blair, CJ Blair, my new friend. Breezy, and a couple of other people. Everybody that's been holding me down and giving me respect and wishing the best for me that isn't here. Shout outs to you all. I also want to give a great shout out of love and respect to everybody that bidded me happy birthday yesterday. Now, this is what I don't like that people do, but I'm not gonna say no names. So I used to live 2 places, in an era. One when I was a child, and the other when I was a preteen. 2 places. Now, there's friends of mine that are also on Facebook every day, like me. But I'm only on Facebook doing this, and then I'm usually in Facebook Marketplace looking to shop and buy shit. Got 2 friends in my life that I've known a very long time. One a little long, much longer than the other, and the other a long time. I wake up in the morning, my birthday, and these people, hey, what's up, Blair? Is that Blair? Oh, what's up, Blair? I got your birthday shouts. Thank you, Blair. Hold on, folks. That's my buddy Blair right there. Cool ass dude. What's up, Blair? My man, my man. So much. My man Blair. So, yeah, that was CJ. Hey Blair, what's up, buddy? Yeah, he's cool dude. I had to shout him out. He's been good to me from day one, and he's a new friend in my life, and he's cool. So, like I was saying, always a pleasure to see you, Blair. Always a pleasure to see you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for the birthday shout out. Appreciate it. So, like I was saying, I got 2 friends in my life, old friends. One I knew for an extremely long time, and the other I knew for a very long time. And I'm going to say what I'm going to say, but I'm going to be careful saying it because I love these 2 people. But why wait for an occasion to shout me out? That doesn't make any sense. I'm going to say it again. Why wait for an occasion to shout me out? I don't like that, but that's what they did, and I have to respect it because at least they've given consideration enough to acknowledge Eric is online. It's Eric's birthday, June 16th. I say my name because when they both met me, I was Eric. One knew me as Eric when we was preteens. The other one knew me as Eric since children. Children. Ain't gonna hurt that. I'm not gonna diss that. But what I'm saying is, how about picking up the phone or texting me every now and then? How you doing? What's going on? See, I used to do it to these people that I'm talking about, but I stopped because I'm going to be nice. I don't like fake and corny, If I want to know how the fuck you doing, I'm going to pick up the phone. If I want to know how the fuck you doing, I'm going to get on your timeline on Facebook or Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, wherever you at, and I'm going to reach out because that's what I do. I don't wait until it's your birthday. I don't wait until it's Christmas. I don't wait until it's Hanukkah or that bullshit coming up that they call Juneteenth. I want to know how the fuck you doing now. You my friend. I miss you. How are you, buddy? How are you, sweetheart? Male and female. And I just think it's corny and I don't do corny. So I'm not going to hear from y'all no more because I'm trying not to say something. I don't want to get slick and I don't want to lose what I got because I know these 2 people for a very long time. And here go the thing. I'm going to really watch my mouth because when we were growing up, we never argued or fought. I argued and fought with damn near everybody on one block that I grew up on and knew her, and fought damn near everybody that we grew up with on the other block that I used to live on when I knew him. I'm going to leave it like that. So I'm just going to pick up the phone randomly from time to time, and I'm not going to come at you with that, how you doing, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, occasionally on holidays. That's corny. But they do that to me anyway. And I get it, I understand, to each their own, how you do the way you do when you do it. But I'm different. I'm totally different, So, perfect example. Today, my family buried my sister. One of my sisters was buried on this day back in 2022. So word got back to me from the rest of the family that I have not heard from in like 30 years. Seriously. Said funeral directors tried to give my sister's funeral date on the 16th. And the family said, we can't do that because we have a family member that we haven't heard from in a long time, such and such and such and such. We don't want, out of respect, we don't want to do the funeral on his birthday. Talking about me, because my birthday is June 16th. Do you have an alternate date? Can we, They said, well, the best we could do is the 17th. Still too close for me, because I'm like the type of person where my birthday is to be respectfully considerated for 2 days. 2 days. My birthday's on the 16th. We should rock throughout the 17th. And then after that, the 18th, 2 days later is good enough. But they had her buried on the day after my birthday, and I'll never live that down. And I can never forget. I can't walk around and forget that my sister was buried the day, merrily less than 24 hours after my birthday. So I turned 65 yesterday. Today's the 17th. They buried her this afternoon back in 2022. It was an early morning funeral, almost kind of. It was a morning session. It was a morning session, Well, I woke up this morning, and the way I'm looking at it, between 10 and 12 o'clock, 10 in the morning, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, my birthday is still kind of lingering until after the 12th hour, going into, 3/4 of the day, a little past the hours that, hey, yeah, yesterday was Eric's birthday, right? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yo, happy belated. And I've gotten a lot of happy belateds. That's cool. But it's still fresh when it's before 5 and 6 o'clock in the evening. See, so now we at 8:40 in the evening. It wore off. It swayed off. Yeah, Eric's birthday was yesterday, man. It's 8:40 now, going on 9 o'clock. But within them hours of the time of my birthday, all the way till about 4 or 5 o'clock, then you could be like, okay, that was yesterday. This is today, the 17th. And they buried her, so it's too close. And then not only that, I was told years ago, back in 2003, it was the same way with my father. They asked for my father, when is what days would you want his services, his funeral services? And sure enough, the 16th came up again, because my father also died in June. My father and my sister, both born 3 days apart. My sister's birthday, my father had my sister, my mother, and father had my sister November 15th. My father's birthday is November 18th. Scorpios, both born in November, both died in June. around my birthday. So here we go again. Yeah, well, it's Eric's birthday and blah, 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 blah. So the first time it was a no-brainer. All right, well, what do you have available? Okay, well, we got the 13th. How about June 13th? Yeah, June 13th is fine. Yeah, okay. We'll bury our father, funeral services, and we'll bury him June 13th. Then many years later, same thing with my sister Cheryl. She died. And the dates that they had available, I heard it was some kind of it was a problem that it couldn't happen on these particular days. So the closest we could give you is the 17th, and they jumped on it. The 17th rubs off into the 16th. Like I said, after 4 or 5 o'clock in the evening on the 17th, the next day, it's no more good. It's gone now. It's gone now. The 16th was yesterday. This is 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, June 17th, late afternoon, early evening, because 5 o'clock is not afternoon. 5 o'clock is early evening. So, and now it's going on 9 o'clock. I'm still here, 9 o'clock, and we can legitimately say, okay, wow, well, condolences and rest in peace to Cheryl Craig, because she was, yesterday was Eric's birthday, and today, they buried Cheryl 2022. So this is hours after the fact. But if it's within 4 or 5 o'clock, and that's still rubbed off on the 16th, if you ask me. So I don't know. I'm going to leave it alone. But for the most part, rest in peace, Cheryl Craig. We didn't have the best of relationships when you were alive. But one thing I could say about Cheryl Craig was the only sister I had that spent the most money on me. Just like Daddy, our father, when I was growing up, when we was growing up, me, all my sisters, and a little before my brother Michael was born, I had the best Christmases, man. I had the best Christmases. And the best Christmases and the best birthdays, my father provided that for me. And I love that. I really do. Cheryl, when I was growing up, let me be nice. But anyway, Cheryl turned out to be all right throughout the years, came across a lot of money. She had a punk ass husband that died and left her close to $1 million. I'm going to get off the subject because other great things happened to Cheryl during that time too. But she pulled me to the side one day and she said, Eric, I want to talk to you. And I said, yeah, okay. What's up? Because she knew we was never close. She said, I took care of everybody in the family. I gave everybody what they wanted. She said, but you never told me what you wanted. I said, because I don't want your fucking money. She looked at me and was like, it was the way I came out my face. Like, I don't want your fucking money. Notice, everybody in the family hugged you up. Yeah, Cheryl, my friend. The same bitches that couldn't stand her fucking guts when she was alive, way before she came into her money. They all full of shit, the whole fucking family, which is why I don't talk to them and talk about them. I'm to myself. I'm in my own world. But she told me when she was alive, she said, that's why I fucks with you, Eric, because you never hounded me, you never pressed me, you never ran up on me. I said, yeah. Yo, that's your money. Your husband died and left you this amount of money. You were in a car accident. You left this kind. You negotiated this kind of money. You had another accident happen to you, and you was negotiated this. 2 accidents, merely $1 million. Her husband died, left her merely $1 million. Y'all do the math. But she loved the fact that I never pressed her for money. I don't do that. That's your money. earned legitimately. You married that clown died and left you a shitload of money. You got in the cab got hit because it was his fault, and you negotiated out of court the cab base and got that cab money. Drunk, walking out of the house, you walked into a construction ditch and almost broke your fucking neck and died in a 6-7 foot long drop. You negotiated that money out of court. She was just blessed. Sorry. She was blessed. She been through a lot. She been tried to hit me with yeah, well, I gave everybody, but I never gave you. Yeah, because I never came to you. Michael never told me, oh yeah, Cheryl got more money. Cheryl got more money. And only thing Michael did was, Cheryl want to see me. She want to talk to me. I knew what she wanted to talk about. I didn't want her money. And the same thing in her death when she died in 2022. I had company up in here in my house. I was 5 minutes. I had a female up in here in my house. I was 5 minutes away from getting the pussy. My phone rang and it was my cousin hollering, screaming in my ear that my sister just died. And I was supposed to go see her. I made her a promise when I come back from Delaware, I was going to go see her. And I didn't keep. It's not that I didn't keep my promise. I'm like, oh, she could wait. But it's what they say. When you know somebody that's on their last leg, health issues and shit, and they request to see you, you need to go see them because they never know. May never know. Recently, last year, I had a friend named Naja Mateo. God bless Naja. She found me on Facebook and she said, look, me and you need to talk. I'm in the hospital. I would love to see you, before they release me. I went to the hospital to see her. She looked horrible. But I was happy to see her. I hung out around her for like a little 2 hours. And after that, I gave her a hug and a kiss. And I said, when you go home, you call me, you let me know so that I could come to your house to see you. 5 minutes after I left her ex-husband, which is a good friend of mine, went to see her. She said, hey, you didn't bump into Craig outside? He said, bump into Craig outside? What you talking about? She said, Craig just left here. He was here with me for like a little 2 hours. And he said, oh, shit, Craig. I ain't seen Craig in a long time, blah, blah, blah. So then he hung out with her about the same amount of time, but I think if I'm not mistaken, he said like 3 hours or some shit like that. This was on a Sunday, summertime, after my birthday last year. And when I saw him, he said, guess what happened after you left? He said, I came and I hung out with her for like 3 hours. And guess what happened after I left you? After I left her, after you left her, and I came to see her, and then I left. I said, what happened? He said, he got on the train. He got on the train to go back to because this is her ex-husband. I was her best man at their wedding when they got married years ago. He said, just when I got to my block, my phone rang. And he said, my phone rang and the doctor said, we're sorry, but we lost her. We need you to please come back here. And if you can't come back here, somebody's got to come here and put in for the death certificate, signature. And he almost broke down in the middle of the street. He went right back. He turned right back around, jumped right on the train, and he had to go view her. I don't know why he just left her. Y'all know that he know what she looked like, but I understand he was the ex. can't even say ex-husband. They was legitimately married and never got a divorce. They broke up. He went his way. She went her way. He made another baby behind her back while they were still married, and she had a son. She had another son because she had two grown kids already, and then the baby daughter by Franny, and then the junior son by the next. He was another nice guy named Noel. God bless him. So yeah, he said, and the hardest part was to call her family and tell her family. The hospital called me and told me just now Nadja died. He said, I got to go there right now and I got to claim her. And he said they went frantic on the phone in his ear. So they all met up at the hospital. And yeah, he told me, he said, yo, man, he said she had a real sparkle in her face when she said you came to see her. Shout outs to Nadja Mateo. Love you, miss you. We had some good times. You was a wild bitch when you was alive. And I seen her do some things. But anyway, to the point, don't do that occasional shit with me. I think about you, I pick up the phone. I think about you, I'll text you. If I can't get you by phone or text, I'll get on Facebook. I'll get on one of your pages. If you on Facebook with me, I'll go there. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, whatever. Cut it out. Stop the bullshit, man. You know, y'all got me today. Yes, yesterday was my birthday. Thank you for wishing me happy. But I'd like to hear more from you. And I know we're all different. I don't have no kids. I don't have no wife and no kids. Y'all, the one person, she has a husband. The one guy, he has a wife. But for the most part, y'all can make time for me periodically to see how I'm doing. But if y'all going to do that Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthday, Hanukkah, Juneteenth, Kwanzaa, all that bullshit, then as much as I love the two of you, it makes no sense to stay in love, to stay in touch with me if I got to hear from you every other. And we don't always have to talk as long as we talk when we get together. Just let me know how you doing. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Okay. All right. I got to go. Such and such, such and such. We'll keep up. That's what I look for. Certain other friends that get me, we going to talk and we on the phone for hours and whatever. We're all not the same. But I don't like nobody playing me like per every other holiday or occasion. I don't like that. That is a turnoff. And now that I just turned 65 and I could boldly get on my cam and I can say this, I don't like when y'all do that. Please do me a favor. Don't fair weather friend me. When I want to hear from you, I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to text. I'm going to email something, but you're going to hear from me. But if you're going to fair weather me on occasion and holidays, then I love you back. But it makes no sense to stay in touch with me because I'm going to feel a kind of way. Time now is 8:55. Half hour is up. Fuck you, New York fans, New York Knicks fans, New York Knicks fans, Knicks fans anywhere. I don't like the Knicks and I never will. I'm still hoping they get sold to a state that need a basketball team. How about Delaware, where I'm at? Delaware don't have a major league team. Montana don't have a major league team. Alaska don't have a major league team. One of them states need a major league team. I'm just saying. So this is the FRiSCO FiASCO Grounds Radio Brunch Break Crew 302 Wilmington 212 South Bronx. Delaware matters. Delaware cares. Delaware is the first state. Dr. Lee, wherever you are, work it out. Hit me back. Let me know what's going on. Now is 57 minutes, round about a half an hour. I've been here long enough. I thank all of you so much. Tomorrow's another day, 15 minutes or half an hour, depending on how I feel, but you're still going to get me no matter what, regardless. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the birthday well wishes. Happy birthdays. I love all that, but I'm going to need a little more than that. I don't need nobody to hit me on some fair weather every now and then shit. Pick up the phone, call me, text me if you can't talk on the phone. Eric, what's going on? Blah, 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 blah. I say Eric because I don't want nobody that don't know me to call me Eric. These two people that I'm talking about, they can call me Eric. Because before I started in street name changes, I was Eric. So yeah. Tomorrow's another day. This has been fun. Thanks again. Rita, I'm going to text you in a few minutes. You sit still. Everybody else, God bless. And thanks for tuning in. Good night and happy belated birthday to me. Yesterday was June 16th. My birthday. Today's the 17th. Shouting out Cheryl Craig now. Rest in peace, my sister Cheryl Craig. We wasn't close, but she always tried. She always tried to get good with me, and I respect her for that. So yeah, Cheryl Craig, November 15th, 1950. Eric Craig, June 16th, 1961.